time to wait. And so that's why they have him aging. And I asked you a long time ago, well not a long time ago, but I asked you before we went to the play, which ghost you thought ignorance and want went with the best. And a lot of you did predict the present. Because that's where Scrooge is ignorant to the wants of others. Another thing that was pointed out more so in the play, I noticed, than in the book, and it's up to you to decide whether you like it or not, is in the play, it's just, you know, he's a jerk to everyone, right? But the Ghost of Christmas Present really focuses on how he treated children. And he keeps repeating that quote back to him about letting the surplus population die and saying, you know, when you made that comment, you didn't realize you were talking about Tiny Tim. And you were talking about children. And so by having the ghost show children as ignorance and want, it's almost as if he's saying, look, you are ignorant to the wants of not just people, these lazy people that you think don't want to work, but children. That's what you're ignoring, and that's who's dying. So that's the statement that's being made, okay? We're going to transition to this, though, because I want to get you started on this. So please put your name on it. Oh. And you are going to circle the character that you would like to focus on. Circle the character that you would like to focus on. These are the same characters we had on the board yesterday. 2 days ago, sorry. Now, when we start this summative, we're starting it today and we're finishing it tomorrow. When we start this summative, you need to be aware of the fact that you are not writing about the entire play. You cannot possibly do a compare-contrast on the entire play in one paragraph. There's way more to talk about. You are picking one character only. So the discussion that we just had is supposed to give you a few ideas about your character. So take from your discussion, take from your four-square writing, what will work for your character that you chose. Okay? If nothing works, then nothing works. But this was designed to kind of get your brain going. So what you're going to do today, and you're going to have about 10 minutes today to start on this, and I will collect these back, is you are just working on the 4 squares on this gold paper. You are not to start the paragraph. Even if you think you're ready, you're not to start the paragraph. Okay? In the first box, you're going to give specific description about your character from the book. You do not need quoted evidence, but you should have specific evidence. So if you do the Ghost of Christmas Present, you might say, he appeared surrounded by food, and maybe list a few of the things that he was surrounded by, okay? Without having to look it up. Specific evidence. If you want to use the book, you can, but you don't need to. Over here where it says specific description of the character from the play, you are just focusing on the play. Don't focus on what the play does or doesn't have compared to the text, but just the play. So you might say, he came in on a zip line. He was wearing a red coat. When you're talking about personality, don't say, maybe you're talking about Scrooge. The scene with Belle made him very sad. Be specific. Show some specific things that he did. You know, show how he looked. Show the scene beforehand to show how much their love was important to him. So you just want to be as specific as possible because this is actually going to go into your paragraph tomorrow. Okay? So again, the top 2, specific from the book, specific from the play. The bottom 2 is where you look for similarities and differences. So once you've done the top 2, you kind of look at what you've written and say, what's the same? And you're going to write it down with similarities. Then you're going to think about, okay, what's different? And maybe I didn't write it down here, but I'm going to put it here. Like if you're doing the Ghost of Christmas Present, you might say, well, I'm noticing that in the text I wrote down that he was surrounded by food, and I didn't write that down for the play. That's a difference. He wasn't surrounded by food. Okay? So this is just designed to get your brain going. So you're going to go ahead and work. This is a summative, and this part is part of your summative. So there's no helping on one another. You may use your foursquare, you may use the book, but you may not use each other. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and you work And I will come around after I've stopped if you have your hand up and help you. Okay? If you don't finish today, that's okay. We're going to have time tomorrow as well. I just want you to get started with some ideas from today. So go ahead and begin. Put your hands down. Just go ahead and begin first.